What could make barefoot kin switch to shoes for jumping rope? These, the Forza trainer from Xero shoes. I can't wait to tell you all about them, but first I need to tend to some required housekeeping. Just a quick disclaimer, Xero shoes were kind enough to send me these shoes for free to review. Also, if this review influences your decision to pick up a pair of these or any other Xero shoes, I've purchased 3 different models myself. I have an affiliate link in the description, which does help support the channel. Okay, with that out of the way, let's discuss why I've pretty much stopped jumping rope barefoot and now skip rope in these. Chapter 1, the importance of barefoot training. If you already know about barefoot training and the negative impact of most modern shoes, you can fast forward to this time here. Still here? Cool. If you've seen many of my jump rope tutorials, you'll probably see me jumping rope barefoot. This is because I am a firm advocate for being active either barefoot or in at least the least amount of footwear possible. Barefoot activity promotes foot strength and flexibility, both of which have a chain reaction up the ankle, shin, knee, hip, back, shoulders, and even neck. Most modern shoes stick arch support, cushioning, and a raised heel under the foot, which interferes with the arch's ability to compress and act as a spring and the Achilles' ability to fully extend to help load that spring. Cushioning interferes with our foot's ability to sense the ground, resulting in harder landings necessary to receive necessary feedback, which sends shock up the chain, resulting in sore knees, hips, and backs. This cushioning also contributes to the stack height of the shoe, making preventing ankle rolls trickier and increasing leverage for ankle rolls even worse. I mean, just think how much worse it would be to roll your ankle in high heels versus barefoot. Modern footwear also have narrow toe boxes that, while many find aesthetically pleasing, don't allow for adequate toe splay. Narrow shoes are also the #1 cause of bunions, hammer toes, and a host of other foot problems. Chapter 2, Minimalist Footwear. So if shoe support is throwing us out of alignment, dampening our perception of the ground, and making our feet weaker, what is the ideal intended job of footwear? Well, footwear really only has one job: to protect the foot when protection is necessary. Just a quick side note, if you are interested in starting barefoot training or going minimalist in your daily footwear, please go slow. Though going barefoot feels amazing, many have made the mistake of doing too much too quickly and ended up with everything from overworked calves and Achilles tendons to broken metatarsals. Your body simply isn't ready for it. So maybe only start off going barefoot or in barefoot shoes for 10% of the time and increasing that by 10% every week to give your body time to acclimate. Ready to go barefoot, but you still need to wear shoes? Enter minimalist footwear. Simply put, minimalist or barefoot footwear exists to protect the foot while not artificially supporting or restricting it. Xero Shoes is one footwear company leading the natural movement. Chapter 3, Xero Shoes and the Forza Trainer. Xero Shoes makes a wide variety of footwear models for everything from running and hiking to casual and formal wear shoes that all abide by the standards of what a natural movement shoe should offer. Zero drop, meaning no raised heels, wide toe boxes, and non-cushioned flexible soles. One of these shoes is their all-new Forza Trainer. These are the black models, which I asked for, but they come in a few other colors as well. The Forza line, as of the time of this review, contains the Forza Trainer and the Forza Runner. Since I prefer to run almost exclusively in sandals, I wanted to give the Forza Trainer a try, and I'm very glad that I did. Let's have a look at the specs of the shoe. The men's Forza Trainer comes in at 9.6 grams in weight, with the average women's version at 8 grams. All models are vegan friendly with a moisture wicking upper and several other details that I'll cover. So how do I use the Forza Trainer? The Forza Trainer is my indoor workout shoe, which I do 2 to 3 times a week between run days. As a trail runner and occasional road runner, my indoor workouts look mostly like jump rope in my garage, both speed ropes and weighted ropes. In the past, I've used foam rubber mat as a means of rope and foot protection against the concrete floor or driveway. While this has been fairly effective, using a mat while barefoot has 3 drawbacks. Firstly, the mat sometimes puts a bit of friction on the spin of the rope, just the slightest bit of snag that doesn't exist on concrete or wood floors alone. Secondly, the mat only protects the bottom of the foot and doesn't keep you from whipping the snot out of your toes, which even after almost 4 years of regular jump roping, I still do. And when you do that with a weighted rope, a hearty foot whip can be felt for days later. Thirdly, with a mat, you have to stay in one place, and sometimes it's nice to mix it up and use the space. So I consider the Forza trainer my all-around foot protection for indoor workouts, both against floors and topside threats. Firstly, the barefoot setup of these shoes is great for keeping me as low to the ground as I want to be, something that chunkier athletic shoes simply don't allow. The flexibility of the sole passes the fruit roll-up test for maximum foot feel, and the wide toe box means my toes aren't smashed into the end of the shoe with every landing and push-off. There are a few other details of these shoes that stand out to me. Chill tread. One of the most annoying aspects of many trainers can be the more aggressive textured tread that can catch the rope on quicker lower maneuvers. The Forza trainer, however, has a really chill, mellow tread that doesn't snag ropes if you cut it too close. In that respect, and a few others, these are almost like boxing boots. Tongueless upper. The upper of the Forza trainer has a somewhat of a single sock or booty design that sits on a rubber sole base. I like this because there's no tongue shift and it fits flush against the top side of my foot. The upper material is also very breathable, which is nice if you're skipping rope or lifting weights in a sweaty gym. Snug straps. The Forza trainer has 2 strap systems working on this upper. The first is across the width of the forefoot that runs through the lacing. The second is a robust strap system that wraps around the ankle area, a lot like a belt through belt loops of your pants. It loops through a few anchor points and is not attached to the upper, making it fully customizable. You could probably actually remove it if you wanted, but I like how it keeps me and my foot snug against the inside, making every landing feel solid with 0 laps between when my arch lands and the foot does. These straps help remove all flap so the shoe and the foot perform more as one. These shoes, like many Xero shoes, come with insoles for those who would like a bit more cushioning, but I always remove it for maximum ground feel. Folks that are still transitioning to barefoot shoes may prefer to leave it in. And the toe cap. The toe cap is probably the main reason I skip in shoes, to protect my feet against jump rope whips. It's subtle and flexible, yet tough. This toe cap feels like it will help with another problem I've had with some barefoot shoes, which is my big toe wearing through the toe box from the inside, which is a major reason why I run in sandals like these. I don't feel like this will be an issue with these shoes. So in summary, the Forza trainer really remind me of what I would imagine a barefoot boxer boot being. It meets all barefoot criteria while providing the security to the foot as a training shoe. So if you're doing any indoor training such as cross training for running, martial arts, boxing, or weight training, but you also adhere to barefoot training standards, you really don't need to look much further than the Forza trainer from Xero shoes. Also, even though it's a side note, this shoe doesn't look half bad as a casual shoe. Since I don't have many closed-toed shoes, I've been known to throw these on for a night on the town when sandals aren't the best call. So thanks again to Xero Shoes for helping me find my ideal indoor training shoe to keep my toes safe from my Muay Thai rope. I was tired of feeling like I had barefoot kicked a coffee table leg every time I whipped myself with it. If this review was helpful or you have any questions that I might be able to answer, let me know in the comments. If you want to pick up a pair for yourself or check out the other pairs of Xero shoes, my affiliate referral links are in the description of this episode. Consider subscribing for more videos on keeping natural movement fun. I'm Ken, and we'll see you next time.